Hi, this is Tracy H. D, and I want to thank you for joining me today for another Oracle and Tarot weekly reading. And this reading will take us from July 15th to the 21st. And we're going to be using the Oracle of the Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. And this is one of my favorite summertime decks. I love mermaids, and I do have a few mermaid decks, and it just seemed appropriate to use this one today. So you could use this as a pick a card, or you could use this as a weekly reading, whichever you would choose. Whatever's right for you is fine. And let's get started. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. The beginning of the week, we have visions. And for the middle of the week, we have Lemuria returns. Okay, and the end of the week, take the card from the bottom, we have Concomancy. Okay, it's when you use seashells for divination. Very beautiful. I should do some of those videos. I have some seashells here. Even though I'm not by the beach, I still have the seashell collection. I've been fascinated with them since I was a child. Okay, so the beginning of the week, visions, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing out of body travel. Okay, so psychic images, clairvoyance, very interesting card to begin the week. So what I'm thinking too is this has to do with signs and synchronicities. Okay, being aware of things around you, whether you're seeing triple digits, whether you're finding pennies or feathers on the ground, whether you're having prophetic dreams where things in your dreams have meaning of something that's about to unfold. Our dreams have warnings for us. So it's important that even if a dream seems a little strange and you're not sure what it means, look it up. You might even want to, keep a dream journal. And let me see what the book says about this, because I love the way these books elaborate on it too. I want to get the most out of these cards. And these are numbered cards, and this will be card 37 for anyone who's into numerology out there. It's 37. Okay, and it says, mermaids do much of their work, their spirit work, by moonlight. Under moonlight, we can see so much more of what is taking place within each other's energetic space and the layers of our energetic field. We can see where there are leaks and where there is energy compounding and compacting, almost like a growth over a wound to protect it. We can see what needs to be carefully and slowly removed and worked with, because under the blue light of the moon, intensities, drainage areas, torn aspects of the energy field become clear and obvious. We often have visions of places far away, and we're able to expand or extend our energy and to send it traveling to places we could not reach, not even with the swiftest currents. And it says here, but in movements we can be by your side wherever you are in the world, because we can travel energetically. We must return to the source, to the ocean, and we physically do not move from that space. How can you too become more able to travel, to see, to be energetic? Voyager, who yet has a solid home in their form. So it's saying when you connect to the moon, you'll feel more whole, connected and attuned to the cycles of the world. And the fears you may have had around certain issues will fade. You will allow yourself to see with your psychic vision, and you will speak of what you see, and it will not be considered to be freakish or unusual or a mere fantasy. It will be trusted and allowed and explored. These flashes will not come when you are asleep, so they are not dreams, and they can come even when your physical eyes are open. It is a matter of adjusting to having more than one kind of vision and accepting that this is an energetic truth. You'll begin to understand and easily interpret these movies being made for you by the divine in the alliance of your spirit eye. So it's telling us to more or less type into our psyche. Like we may get feelings this week, something that we might not be able to explain. Okay, and paying attention to the phases of the moon is a very important thing. I am a firm believer of that. So depending upon what the phase of the moon is this week, I'm not sure because I don't have a moon calendar in front of me. But with the full moon, okay, You may even want to go outside and behold the vision of it. And, the full moon is a time to release things, to remove things from your life that, maybe have served their purpose and are not meant to stay. It's a time where you take inventory of what could stay, what needs to go. It's a time of releasing. And also, when the new moon occurs, that's a good time to start new projects. I usually start new diets or exercise routines when it's a new moon or something that I want to be successful at. I always wait for the new moon and I go from there on out. So it's basically like moon energy and tapping into your psyche this week. It's saying it's not so much dreams, but to me, I just got that feeling, maybe because of the calm blue color of this card. It reminds me of like a peaceful resting or, closing your eyes and just something popping into your mind that you may usually dismiss. Pay attention to that. And then we have Lemuria returns, earthly spirituality, community, ocean, conservation. And we have this pregnant woman, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful card. And this is card number 29. And card number 29 says, a time of sharing responsibilities and pleasures, meaningful gatherings with codes and ethics, enjoying a time of great and good health, and close and nurturing friendships that respect individual boundaries and choices. Life for a time becomes very simple, seasonal eating, building non-permanent homes, living outdoors as much in the time as possible, an ability to work with sunlight and moonlight extremely effective without becoming wired as we are often by moonlight or becoming burnt and dehydrated as we can with sunlight. We still need both, feeling less and less connected to the mainstream and more connected to the ocean and the earth. This is not a cliche of being a hippie. This feels now like a valid choice and way forward in the world that worships such false idols as money, celebrity, and fame for its own sake. Yeah, so this is telling me, you know, to get in tune with nature, okay? Go outside, go for a walk in the park, join up with friends, kindred spirits, people that are like-minded. Enjoy the simple things in life. It's not about material possessions bringing you happiness because we all know material things are just a temporary feeling of happiness. And then the happiness fades and we chase after more. That's the ego. The ego always wants more, more, more. But when you enjoy just sitting out in nature, enjoy being with a bunch of like-minded souls, maybe sharing a meal, maybe going for a walk in the park, having a beautiful conversation, maybe sitting by a body of water, a lake, a stream. These things are free. The best things in life truly are free. And these are the things that enrich our whole creation and our whole reality of this life that we build upon. It's not things. It's not waiting for your next vacation. It's not getting in that new car. It's not buying another pair of shoes. Earthly things that we all have access to that are just so grounding and beautiful. And then the last card is Conchomancy, seashell divination, wisdom of shells. And I remember the first time I pulled this card, I never heard of that word before, but it has to do with divination with shells. And let's see what the book has to say about it. Oh, and this is card number 32. And yeah, while you're out enjoying nature, you may find yourself at the beach collecting seashells, and it leads right into this card here. And it's perfect for the weekend because that's where most people relax. Okay, it's saying, just as crystals hold energies and messages for us, so do these beautiful living homes and structures of the sea creatures. Each creature resonates with a particular energy, and by connecting with their shell, holding it, feeling its qualities, and understanding its connections, we can begin to heal a part of ourselves. And while we are all perfect and unique expressions of the God and Goddess of nature herself, we are also beautiful works in progress. Messages and healings from the natural world are empowering and freely available to all of us. Take a walk by the the shoreline and do a cleanup of any plastic or human debris you find. And once this offering is made, take another walk, this time with the intent to receive a message from the Sea Mother and the mermaids via a shell. Hold it and see what it says to you, and you may wish to return into the shore with thanks for its energy, blessing, and message. Instead of claiming it, you do not need to possess everything. How beautiful is that? And yeah, as a child, I was so drawn to seashells. I mean, there wasn't a time that I'd gone to the beach that I didn't come back with a bag of shells. To this day, I have shells upon shells upon shells. And when I would just pick them up, I just felt like such a grounding feeling. Evidently, a positive sea creature had to have lived in that shell. Regardless of what type of shell it was, I was actually just felt this feeling of peace and calm and grounding and just like a loving energy come over me just because of these shells. And try it. Try it. There's a lot of people, like I said, out there that are watching this video that are fortunate enough to be able to live near the seashore, the ocean, the sea, whatever you call it. Go take a walk this weekend down there. Gather up some shells. Bring them home. You know how people use those koosh balls in the work environment, they're a rubber ball that's supposed to relieve stress because you squeeze them. Okay, it gets out your angst. Thank goodness I left that environment where I don't need no koosh balls anymore. Put one of those seashells in your hand, just like you would hold a crystal. Okay, and just feel the grounding of that seashell and the powerful energy that that holds. Amazing. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like, subscribe, and share my videos because I will be back. Have a beautiful week.